All right, my friends, it's time. It is time to check inside these eggs and see if we have embryos growing in each of them. And as we check each one, we'll mark it yes or no before we put it back in. So what we have to check them with is this awesome microscope looking thing, which sets directly on top of a big shiny flashlight. And I brought one of my eggs from my kitchen, which we know is just an eating egg. It's not a growing a chick kind of egg. So I want to show you what it looks like through the microscope viewer when there's nothing inside the egg. So we're going to take the egg and set it at the big end right on that light. And then we put the lid on and peek down inside. And then there's a little thing right here where I can turn it around once we're looking at it. So if we look down inside, you can see that's the egg. It looks like you can see the yolk on the right side and the white, but it's just, there's a good part of the yolk, but it's just egg parts because there's no baby chicken growing in there. As I turn it around, we can see different parts of it. All right, so that's the one we know is just an eating egg from my kitchen. So now it's time to start getting out our eggs out of the incubator, and we have to do it kind of quick. Oh, sorry, that was a bright shiny light. We have to do it kind of quick so that they don't get too cold. And we need to remember to put them back in with their pointy side, the pointy end pointing to the middle. And Mr. Rail is here to help me do this. Do you want to hold the camera while I grab one? Okay, so we're going to start back here. And get this one. Our first egg. Oh, it feels warm. It feels moist. Putting the big end down. Putting the lid on. And peeking inside. Oh, yes! Oh, my friends, this is so exciting. Because guess what? There's no light shining through it. Because the chick is taking up all that space in there. We have one beautifully growing chicken embryo in there. Try to get, I'm shaking too hard. I'm so excited. Try to get the camera down there a little closer. And then turn. So, oh, do you see that? Sorry guys, my hand is just wobbling everywhere. Look. There's that dark blob, and I think that might be the eye. That darker circle in the middle. As we go around. So yes, we have one beautiful egg chicken embryo growing. So we're going to put it safely back in. Pointy end toward the middle. We'll get the next one. Big end on the scope. Lid on. Yes! We have two beautifully growing chicken embryos. Oh my gosh, you guys. Do you see the veins? Now it's taking up all the space inside that egg. They're doing such a great job. All right, so we've got two. Now, if we happen to find one that isn't growing, and it looks like the one from my kitchen, and we know that it probably wasn't fertilized, and so there's no use keeping it in the incubator anymore. And there's three. Okay, so this one's really cool because it's taking up, sorry, my finger's getting in the camera. It's taking up a lot of the space, but do you see that clear spot? That's its egg sac, you guys. So, or the air sac. So we know it's got the air in there ready for it to keep growing and then help it get out. Peek. Mr. Real's gonna take a peek. Face.
It's another one.
Yep.
You don't even need to put the cover on.
I know, I was gonna say, you can tell as soon as you put it on because there's no light, no big bright light shining through. Look, there it is. We are good to go. All right, so 1, 2, 3, that's 4. We have 12 total. There's 5. Oh my gosh, you can see the cool veins and the air sac. That's so cool. Oh, there's your big hand in the way. And 6. That one's moving.
Put the cover on.
Okay. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell because oh, look, it's wiggling around. I'm wiggling around, but let me get my, can you see it move? The big blob is moving around. That is the coolest thing ever. Peek. Did you see it move? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so this one, oh, I think this one is not fertilized because while it's got really cool speckles on its shell, it's just showing me a light at one end, and I don't see anything growing in it. Let me show you guys. So see how you can see kind of the brownish color of and the speckledy parts of the shell, but there's no veins, there's no dark eyeball, and then there's that big bright light at the end where the yolk is. So we'll mark that one with an X. Before no, you wanna look? Before we put it in, I'll check them in a few more days, right before we lock them down, and take the turner out and get ready for them to hatch. Okay, so we put an X on it, so we know that one's the one that we're, oops, sorry, bright light. We're pretty sure. Yeah, he's not going to check. And remember, sometimes just because they have come from a place where there's the hen and the rooster, they're not always ready to turn into chickens. Oh, but this one is. It's so dark. All I see is darkness and that little air sac. But it's different because you can't see the eggshell through the darkness part. So I think that egg, because it's a green egg, so it's a darker egg. So it's hard to see through, but I still think there's stuff in there. What do you think? The darker shells are harder to see.
Doesn't say so.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna leave that one, again, like I said, in 4 more days. I will candle them again before I lock them down in here until they hatch. Alright, so we have 4 more to go. And again, it looks like this one doesn't have a chicken growing in it. Lots of light and the speckles from the shell. You want to see it?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell from the side.
Yeah.
All right, so again, we're going to put an X on that one. Here. And put it back in here. 3 more to go. Nice. Again, a dark green egg. The shell is pretty dark. You can see the air sac. It's hard to see the details, but something has taken up a lot of space in there. So we're going to call that one probably a chick. You can see the air sac right there, and then a bunch of dark around it. Okay. Oop, looking right there, I can see veins. What might be?
Did you put that one the right side down?
You can see it's hard. It's kicking around and moving. You guys, that's so cool. Maybe.
That is awesome.
That was really awesome. Maybe we'll try the green ones without the microscope. In the dark. Alright, last one, guys. And we have another egg growing. There it is. You can see all the veins and the air sac and the big center blob that is the chicken just growing in there. Okay, so let's put that one back. I kind of want to try the green ones with the light off.
Okay.
Maybe not with this. Just on the light.
Okay. Take that.
All right, so we're going to turn the light off in the room, and then I'm going to try those green ones again because it was really hard to see through them. So it might be easier if we have the extra light off. Let's grab this one because it's right here. Blind myself with that light. Still just seeing darkness of most of the egg and the light spot from the air sac, but I can't see any details. So We're still just gonna call it good. You gotta turn the lights back on for me. So in the darkness, I can't even find the spot where we're looking at it. So it's still there. So we're going to put this one back in quickly. So my friends, the temp went down to 98 point. Oh, it's going right back up. So it's going to keep them all nice and ready to go. And my friends, I think we have 10 out of 12 that are really doing well. And I can't tell you how excited I am. We'll check on it again and again in a few days and see them another time. Bye, friends.